my life had a lot of twists and turns. And one of the things that I made the decision to do is to become my own CEO. I began to create exciting opportunities for myself. Therefore, I am the CEO of my life. You see, this shift happened. And when this shift happened, I had an opportunity, not necessarily a crisis, as most people will call it, but an opportunity to build and to grow and to do something different. And so that's exactly what I did. I looked life in the eye and I said, this is my life. And I'm in charge of it. So I began to think differently. Now, when I talk about thinking differently, most people go straight to the brain. And I'm not really talking about your intellect or your mind or your brain, rather. I'm talking about your intellect, where I started to understand that your attitude determined your altitude. So I began to elevate in my thinking, and then that equated to my behavior. So everything that I started to do, I wanted to make sure it was a reflection of the way I began to think about me. So I created my life differently. Now, I was a little sketchy on the creativity, but again, I realized that I had a blank canvas, and so I could do whatever I wanted to do. And it started with my words. My words began to create my world. Words do matter. Everything I said began to manifest. However, I began to educate myself. That's the information I was empowered in, and then I began to execute. Educate, empower, execute. Educate, empower, execute. I understood that my cognitive function had changed, and now I began to really dive into the things that I wanted. And again, I became those things. I began to execute those things. So now I was no longer the same person that I was, depending on everyone to create my world for me. I began to be the leader of my life. That was me. Miss Confident, ready to go, ready to show up in any room that I walked in, ready to be the CEO of my life, creating exciting opportunities. My life shifted. It changed so drastically that everything around me began to change, because remember, I'm the CEO, and I realized that I choose my behavior. That's right, I don't match energy, I come with my own. I let no one take me outside of my character. I'm the CEO of this life. So my career changed. I began to do things differently professionally. I began to own what I spoke and understood that I had to make sure that I was not going to allow anyone to take that away from me. And then I found love. What? Let me tell you something about love. When you're creating exciting opportunities, love just comes along and finds you. And he found me. And then there was money, because yeah, you need that. And so if I'm going to be the CEO, CEOs they have to have money, right? They're not broke. And so the money found me because I was doing the creating. And then this is the best part, I found peace. No longer did I depend on the quiet room to give me what was internal. It didn't matter about how much was moving about around me. There was something internally that was happening. My network began to change. No longer was I around people who forced me to be what they wanted me to be. I was free to become who I wanted to be. So I was choosing my friends wisely, my words wisely, because I began to understand more than anything that they were creating my world. And if I had a world that I didn't want to be in, it was only because I had spoken it. My attitude, I chose it daily. Elevate your thinking, elevate your life. Elevate your thinking, elevate your life. Change your behaviors. When you do this, you become not only the CEO creating exciting opportunities, but also the chief experience officer of your mindset. Thank you.